he beat off to the cover of that album for like a year until he found out they were guys, and then for another 3 months after that.
Ba-na-na-na. Hello, Cleveland.
Poison, poison, poison. Ugh.
I go to Something to Believe In. Brian goes and takes a piss. I cry a little bit into my handkerchief.
That's a hard record, man.
You bet it is.
Well,
With 4 chicks we want to bang on the cover.
Yes, that's right.
I'm there to rock and have a good time, not sit there and watch Guru's panties get wet.
Look at how filthy that chick can be. Come on.
Guru, are you crying?
You know, they probably sniffed a little glue in the parking lot before they came in.
I hate every bone in your body but mine.
Well, I am single. I'm young, virile, and disease-free.
I love that you have tragedy associated with the song Stand, because that's what I believe that song is. No offense.
You guys are pissing me off.
Wow, this plan backfired.
It's so embarrassing. Getting old sucks. Look, I came here to do 2 things. Chew bubblegum and talk hair metal. And it looks like I'm almost out of bubblegum. Welcome to the Hair Metal Guru. My name is Anthony. They call me the Guru. And with me, I have a bunch of sexy bitches. Well, some of you anyway. And Jeremy in his baby Halloween mask. Anyway, today, look, you can always tell what we're going to be talking about by the shirt that I wear. Today, we're going to go back to Poison. One of, and probably the band that most people associate the term hair metal with. We know that Poison is at least planning to do their 40th anniversary tour in 2026. And we decided we need to help them come up with their set list. So we are meeting today to talk about a 15-song Poison set list. And with that, let's meet our contestants. To my right, we have Jay Brannon from Iowa. Jay, welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me back.
What's new in Iowa, man?
It rained today for the first time in like 2 months.
Okay.
I was going to say corn.
It's real exciting shit.
Hey, is it true that you have corn with every meal, or is that just a rumor?
If I never see another kernel of corn for like 9 months, I am perfectly fucking fine.
Right? You ever like go to the bathroom and like you haven't been eating corn? But anyway, just kidding about that. To my right below Jay, we got Jeremy, a teacher out in what's the name of that town again?
I don't want to say.
Okay, and I won't say. Jeremy from North Dakota, my good man. How are you doing?
Hey, doing well. Thank you for having me on, guys. Appreciate it. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Yep, it is. It is. As we are recording, I'm gonna sneeze. It's October 30th. Halloween is tomorrow. So, with that. Right next to Jeremy on our bottom row is Brian from the Hair Band Basement. Brian, welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on again. Let me get through my shit. You can find me on X, formerly known as Twitter, at HB Basement. Always talking music there. And you can hear my show on Station Head. Download the app. Put in making me nervous. You can put in Hairband Basement, and there you can hear my show where I play the deepest of tracks, the rarest of bands, and the little-known songs from the biggest named artists from before, during, and after the decade of decadence.
So if you don't want to hear Here I Go Again.
Thank you. There you go. Put that on the list of songs we don't want to hear no more.
I'm starting to, like, pretty soon I'll just be able to do your intro for you.
Hell, why not? Go for
it. Follow him on X, follow me on X. To my left is a new contestant, my good buddy Jason Reed from Winnipeg, Canada. Jason, welcome to your first Hair Metal Guru experience.
Well, good day, eh? I thought I'd throw that out there for the home country. But happy to be here, guys, and fan of the channel, and I follow you all on Twitters or on X, excuse me. But yeah, happy to be here. Thanks for the invite.
Is it true that everybody in Canada loves Bryan Adams, or is that kind of a falsehood?
Sorry, God? Yes, that is true.
I think it's Nickelback.
Awesome.
No, you know what?
I go Rush.
Nickelback doesn't like Nickelback, man. Come on.
I'll be honest. I like
it. Man, Nickelback is fantastic. They get so much hate.
They do.
They get a lot of hate, especially up here. But no, Bryan Adams is revered.
Right.
Revered.
I'm sure.
Rightfully so.
And okay, the first tape that I ever bought with my own money was a Canadian band. It was the Big Prize from Honeymoon Suite.
Oh,
So there you
so
go.
good. So good.
There's your piece of Canuckian history. Okay.
Love that. Love it.
Before we get going, I just wanted to throw out something that I framed, and I've already shown a bunch of Poison stuff, but this is brand new. This is from a Sounds magazine from the United Kingdom. I love stuff that's got a date. This is from May 21st, 1988. You probably can't see it, but for the Open Up and Say Ah album. And like I said before, please follow me on X at Hair Metal Guru. And I have 2 Facebook accounts, Classic Rock Fargo and Hair Metal Guru. And I want to give a shout out, and I wrote these on my phone. These are my members, my paid members. And so they help keep the Guru going. And I just want to give a special shout out. Casey, I think it's Tom, and I think I met him at the Fargo Record Fair. He came in and said he's a big fan of the show, bought some stuff. Thank you. I'm not going to pronounce this right. It's Ouijawii, Ouija something. Anyway, he is a member. Thorne Hutchinson, Thomas Taylor, Mick Frendo, Metal Mark, Matt C, who's been a member forever. Lucas Wilson, been a member forever, and Jay Johnson. So you have the opportunity to become a member. Costs a few bucks a month. You get first response to comments. You get unreleased videos, or at least first access to some of my videos. Whatever you can do to support the channel, just know that I appreciate it. So with that, we have 15 songs for the Poison 2026 set list. We are going to go 5 songs at a time. And I think since Brian has the most experience, I'm going to start with Brian, and then we'll go to Jason, myself, Jay, and then Jeremy, and we'll switch it up on the next round. Brian, how would you?
I wanted to go last.
Yeah, you did.
Oh shit, I did. Yeah. Okay, we'll start with.
Let me just say this though, because I heard on Eddie Trunk a couple of days ago that he was saying how Poison isn't planning on making new music or going on tour anytime soon. So I don't know what the deal is with them.
Maybe because there was a big rumor that they were going to tour in 2025.
That's what I heard too.
So I wonder if he was just saying that. I know that Bret has said, no, we're not touring in 25, but he said they will be touring in 26.
Okay.
Now, I certainly don't expect new music because they haven't done new music since fucking Hollyweird, and Hollyweird was a piece of shit. I think it could have been good, but the production was horrible.
I'm just really hoping for the Your Mama Don't Dance remaster. That'd be awesome.
So, I think, okay, we'll start with Jay. We'll go Jay, Jeremy, Jason, myself, and then Brian wants to go last because apparently he's got some big surprise. Hopefully it's X-rated. Okay, Jay, how are you going to start off this 2026 Poison set list?
Well, I'm approaching this as if I was CC DeVille, or really any member of the band.
Okay.
So the order of which I made my list is the order I would want to play it live if I was in the band. I would start with Valley of Lost Souls. Very underrated song. Yeah, Brian.
I'll say why I'm making this face right now.
All right.
No, you go ahead. Now you go. It's my turn.
All right. Probably my favorite song off Flesh and Blood. I don't know the last time I even played it live. Then I go into Look What the Cadre did. I mean, you kind of got to throw that out at the beginning of a show somewhere.
Yep.
Third up, I'd have Ride the Wind. I mean, that song just kind of flows. And, to me, it would fit right there.
Okay.
Then I'd go with something a little bit less played, an album cut, if you will, Back to the Rocking Horse.
Okay.
Song. And once again, it's not filler, it's something that flows good. Great song. And then let me go to the show, cap off the first 5.
Okay.
Wow. Deep cut.
Interesting.
There's a couple of surprises in there.
I'm full of surprises, Guru.
He's a surprising son of a bitch. He drove from Iowa to Fargo to come when I was having one of my sales, and that was the first time we met. So that was pretty awesome. And not a lot of people have that kind of dedication to hair metal, but Jay Brannon does. Let's move on.
Dedication
Jeremy.
or craziness. We can go with it.
Yeah, he's pretty fucked up.
Didn't really
Right.
go.
Jeremy, what do you got? How you?
All right.
Well,
I'm just gonna full disclosure here. I don't have anything past Flesh and Blood on my list, guys. I'll just spoiler alert right now. And I'm looking at it, Jay. You took it as musicianship. I looked at it from a fan point of view. Like if this was a fan that really wanted to hear the hits, what would I have along as a few of my own? So I started off with I lied right out of the gate. I do have that intro to Native Tongue. That little tribal intro, where the Rocket's doing that thing on the bongo drums, and that's just being played in the backtrack, and the lights going crazy. But then, as soon as that ends, and it kind of builds, boom, kick into that riff of Love on the Rocks, and let's hit the ground running, and let's roll with it. So we go Love on the Rocks, and then right when that ends, it would transition very well into So Tell Me Why, which is from the Swallow This Live album. So we've got one from Open Up and Say one from Swallow This Live. Then go into Look What the Cat Dragged In. I would go into I Want Action. Then roll to Ride the Wind, almost right where you put it, Jay. And then the fifth and final of this, not set, but this list would be Fallen Angel, making sure I got a couple hits in there, representing every album, except for, didn't I? No, yeah, all three of the big three are represented there. So that's how I would start my show.
Okay. All right. Jason, what do you got? How you starting this off?
All right. Well, I will say, Jay, you were good people because, my intro, I did, and I love how Jeremy's using Native Tongue's intro. My intro is Power to the People at the beginning of that, right? Because I'm so goddamn sick of Look What the Cat Dragged In and blah, blah, blah. However, mine's Power to the People into a little CC something ripping, and then goes right into Valley of Lost Souls. Sorry, Brian. It's my favorite song on Flesh and Blood. I love that tune, right? And then a perfect end, because the thing about Valley of Lost Souls going into my number 2 song is because it is an absolute stop. It doesn't fade out on the album. So it's like dun, dun. Then they go right into the 4 of them introing I Want Action, right? I think that'd just sound and just look cool. They do that one. And let's be honest, I stuck in some other shit too. So then they do the 2 songs. Bret, welcome to the show, everybody. Great to be here, blah, 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 blah. And I do think, just for the case, because we haven't seen these guys in so long, that'd be a perfect spot for like the single. They'll have a new song, whether it's bullshit or not, because let's be honest, it's probably going to be horrible, but that's where they're going to stick in the new single. And then after the new single, then they got to bring us back to songs that we actually like. So it'll be Ride the Wind. And then again, Ride the Wind ends good, and then right into Cry Tough. So those are my first 5, gents.
Okay.
Valley of Lost Souls. Jay, you're my man. Valley of Lost Souls.
I love your taste already.
Fuck, man. Such a good tune. I just listened to it yesterday at work. It's so good.
You guys are pissing me off because here I go. Okay. Well, first, I'll do my fucking Charlie. Yes. I'll do Ryan's first 5. He starts off with Look What the Cat Dragged In, into I Want Action, Love on the Rocks, Blind Faith, and then Flesh and Blood. So I assumed that everybody's going to start off with Look What the Cat Dragged In. No. But I was like, no, like they opened every concert with that forever. And I love that song. I did a ranking of Poison's best songs with Ryan, and Look What the Cat Dragged In was in my top 3. It might have been number 2. I can't remember exactly. So I love that song, but I didn't want to open the concert with it. So guess what I opened it up with?
Hollywood.
Valley of Lost Souls.
Fucking Valley of Lost Souls. Yeah. And I can tell Brian did too, because he has the same look that I had.
That was my thing. I thought, first of all, not only that I didn't think anyone have it in their show at all, I definitely thought they wouldn't have it as their opening song. And I was like, everyone else is gonna suck. I'm putting this killer song as the first one. Fuck everybody. I'm gonna show them up, and then 3 you motherfuckers have it on there.
As soon as Jay said Valley of Lost Souls,
instead of looking like a genius, look at fucking, I'm following the crowd.
And
Brian, I literally had it.
Now you know what I felt like when we did the soundtrack shit for the Rock Resurgence guys. Everybody took every fucking pick that I had halfway just,
right.
and
Hey, I look cool in that one. You guys all look like a bunch of douchebags because you were following me there. Okay. Anyway,
watch the tape.
So yeah, so yes, it's Valley of, and here's why. It's got that really cool instrumental, Ricky on the drums. You hear CeCe coming in with a guitar. It builds up before the opening riff to the song comes in. So that's great for the band coming off, and then you're waiting for Bret to come sprinting in from the sides. And then the song starts off with Bret going 1, 2, 3, 4, kick it, which is kick ass. And then it goes into the song. And that is one of my favorite songs off Flesh and Blood. I think people would shit their pants to see this brand new opening. And I've seen Poison a million times and they're phenomenal. But, you get kind of the same set list, the same, I'm sure they're not out rehearsing a bunch. They tend to play 13 songs and it's generally the same. Okay. So then I think it's okay to go in to Look What the Cat Dragged In. You need to play that song, even though it was never a single. It should have been. I think that's great for number 2. Then, and I'll kind of backtrack. I tried to look at this as there's songs you have to play. Okay, you're not gonna have a Poison concert without Every Rose or Nothing But a Good Time. But so I have those in, obviously. But then I tried to throw in some of the deeper cuts for guys like us who don't just want the same shit. So that is why I have I Want Action at number 3. It's not that it's my favorite Poison song, but I feel like it is a great concert song, and it's great for, hey, I want action. Here we are, all these old fucks at a Poison concert trying to pretend, like we're not going to be wearing Depends in 15 years. So then I go into number 4. I go into Here's where you get your kind of a surprise. Love on the Rocks. I love that song. I love the opening guitar riff. The lyrics are funny and cool and sexual. Great song. And then number 5 to close off this part of my concert. I'm gonna do Life Loves a Tragedy, but here's where I throw a little curveball. At the beginning of Life Loves a Tragedy, it's kind of a mellow acoustic thing. I am going to start off with Stand from Native Tongue, and they're just going to play the opening into the first chorus, which is only about 45 seconds. And then they're going to go into the beginning of Life Loves a Tragedy. So that it will be the only sign of the Native Tongue album that you see in my concert. Life Loves a Tragedy has this cool kind of a ballad intro, and then it goes into the rocking part. Great song, kind of I don't know that they ever play it live. That finishes off my first 5 songs. And now
I love that you have tragedy associated with the song Stand, because that's what I believe that song is. No offense. But that's cool that you did that. Sure. I don't like that song. I never have.
That's okay. Shit. I get you. All right, Brian, throw us your big surprise.
Now I'm an asshole because you guys said all the songs that I had. Wow, this plan backfired. But yeah, my first song is Valley of Lost Souls, and you have the lights go down, crowd starts cheering for the band, you hear "Ba-na-na-na, Hello Cleveland," and it builds up. Like you said, Bret counts 1, 2, 3, and it goes in the riff with CeCe. You have the Poison fucking lighting up in the background. The stage lights up, and then when Ricky Rocket hits the drums to kick in that song, the pyrotechnics go off, and you got yourself a Poison show. I forgot who said it because I also had Follow from that for the same reasons. It has that dead stop. After they finish the song, they go right into I Want Action, start singing the chorus, go into that. My third song, it wasn't a single, but needs to be on the set list. Love on the Rocks. Definitely got to have that one in there. Going to Ride the Wind, and then one of my personal favorite songs by them, Flesh and Blood, to round out my 5. The way I put my list together, I mean, as a fan and a musician, I put a lot of songs that I want to hear, but I also understand you got people that like the hits, so I have the hits in there also. So It's a combination of stuff. So there's some deeper stuff. But yeah, I think you want to play. Personally, play the lesser known songs with a hit or two here in the beginning because you got the audience there. They're not going anywhere after 2 songs.
Right.
So throw in your lesser known stuff. Right. Yeah, that's my first 5. I should have gone first.
Brian's so deflated right now.
Oh, I was like, oh, this is gonna be killer. And 3, you already said, yeah, Valley of Lost Souls.
I was bummed when I heard Jay say Valley of Lost Souls, but it made me feel better when I saw the look on Brian's face, and I'm like, well, he's really fucking impressed.
I'm so glad I could deflate you fellas on this.
Oh, don't worry, I'll bounce right back.
Jay.
But because for a second you thought I hated the song. You were like, aha, I got a song he doesn't like. No, that'd be Look What the Cat Drags In.
Ouch.
I was never a fan of that one.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, I just never liked that one.
Here, I can take you off this video, right? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, go right ahead. Yeah. I got better things to do. Doing you a favor, bitch.
No, you don't. Okay. All right, let's go into our next 5, and now I'm just going to go to Jeremy. We started with, so it's going to be Jeremy, Brian, Jason, myself, and Jay. Jeremy, what do you got?
All right, so the first 5 were all rockers. Then the 6th one continues right there. And this is where I have Valley of Lost Souls. I literally had it as first when I first wrote this up, but then I switched it to the first one of this second quote-unquote set. So Valley of Lost Souls, so we got 6 rockers in a row. The crowd's getting tired. Everybody needs B&B, beverage and beer drink or beer break. So at this time, we're going to slow things down. Bret's going to come out with his acoustic, and he's going to hit us with Every Rose, Something to Believe In with the piano, and then we're going to hit Life Goes On, building it back up a little bit. So we've got our little mantra of slower stuff, got all the girls, doing what they do, Bret doing his thing with his lips, all the poison. Yeah, everybody's got their beverage, everybody's went to the bathroom, we're back, and now we're going to kick it in again, and we're going to kick it in the last song of this set, the 5th one, or no, I'm sorry, did I do that? Right, yeah. Every Rose, Something to Believe In, Life Goes On. The last song of my first 5 is a rare cut. Brian, I hope you respect this one. It's one of my favorite Poison tunes. One of my oldest son, Jace's absolute favorites. Want Some, Need Some.
It's a good one.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, I like that one. I don't think I have it on I don't have it on my show though.
Oh, yeah, pretty rare.
That's off the debut album. Yeah, that's a deep cut. And I'll just throw this out there. I almost thought about opening up the concert with Let Me Go To The Show.
Yeah.
But it's not my favorite song, but I'm like, oh, that'd be kind of cool to bring back like a deep cut like that. And it announces that, hey, we're going out to this concert. But anyway, I went to Lost Souls, which apparently everybody else did too.
But I'm gonna say for my show, I have no bullshit CC solo time. There's no Ricky's not playing a stupid drum solo, and Bobby Doll certainly ain't getting no time to do a bass solo. Okay. So I know straight up songs. That's all we're doing.
I've never been a guitar drum solo guy. I'm like, give me another song or two.
Yeah.
So, okay. Jeremy, good job. We're on to Brian. What do you got for songs 6 through 10?
All right, number 6, I got Look, But You Can't Touch. And then I have to give CC his time because just the title alone, the song should be on the set list. I hate every bone in your body but mine. Oh. Give him a moment. Let him do that. When I saw him last time I saw him, they had him do that one. Yep. So I'm putting that one there. Then it's Cry Tough. You got to play their first single somewhere in this set. They got to do that. I would imagine Bret would say, "Hey, we started with this song. Here we go." And then I have the 2 ballads, Something to Believe In. Not a fan of that one, but that's when I would go get a beer, take a piss.
Yeah.
And then Every Rose Has Its Thorn. It's a huge hit. You got to play it. After that, I'm done with ballads. I'm there to rock and have a good time, not sit there and watch Guru's panties get wet.
I'll go to the rock show with you, Brian.
That's that. When he during Something to Believe In, when he's going to get a beer and taking a piss, like I'm crying in the corner, sucking my thumb, like at these heartfelt lyrics, because I love fucking ballads. I love pussy ballads. Ain't that right, Brian?
Sure do. You sure do. Old moisty lap there.
I think he means that as a compliment, though.
Total compliment.
Let's go on to Jason. What do you got for songs 6 through 10?
All right. So little backup. So we've done the first 5 and it's time to go to the bathroom. It's time for the girls to get excited. So that's, Bret will come out with his little guitar and sit on a stool and be all fucking sexy because he's 130 years old, but can still get more than we will ever have. Yeah. And that's when he's going to do every rose. And his cowboy hat and wig.
Cowboy hat's good.
So he's going to do every rose, right? So he's going to talk about number 1, all that crap and broken heart, whatever. And then after every rose is out of the way, a time, and I'm glad so many mentioned it, and we know it's not going to be there, but shit, Love on the Rocks, man, should be in the set. Like, it's just, I don't have to say anymore. We just know how good that tune is, right? And then there's this for me. And then after that, I'm going to take a page out of something I recently saw when I went to Minot and saw Molly Crew. Is my third song is going to be kind of a mashup. And that's when we're going to get, CC can come out and do a tiny little guitar and then do Every Bone, because fuck, I love that song so much. And I saw them do it years ago in Wisconsin. They let him do it, and unreal. It was probably one of the best songs of the show. And in the mashup, it's whatever they want to do, but Every Bone has to be there, a little touch of Stand. Throw a cover in there. I kind of dug their cover of What I Like About You. Like, just throw some stuff in to get people moving around and dancing, and 4 or 5 things in there. Because that's what Motley did, right? It was just a mashup, which I really enjoyed. And then my mashup will end with a bit of a Bobby Doll bass roll into Unskinny Bop at number 4. So we're good there. And then I'm so glad somebody else, and after Unskinny Bop's done, to end the song, because it ends, right? I'm going to give Ricky his time to do like 1 minute. Just do 1 fucking minute. That's all you need. And at the end of his drum solo, rolls right into the beginning of the drum introduction to Want Some, Need Some, because that is another one of my top 5 Poison songs. Such a good fucking record. Such a good song. So that was a lot of words to get those 5 songs, but I think the mashup is important because then you can hear more of their shit in less time, right?
Yep.
So 15 songs, you're actually maybe getting 18, 19, and it'll go away with the grumpy bastards like us that want to hear more. And then you got their stupid solos that are shrunk down, and CC gets his time so he doesn't get whiny and
cocaine-y,
heroin-y.
I don't know.
Those are my second
drum
5.
solo really isn't a solo. It's more just a transition, something like leading to the next song.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't consider that a solo. It's that
it's a transition,
15-minute bullshit where you're just like, all right, I can't.
And then they got to stand up.
Songs of it.
I still wasn't okay with him doing Eruption at the no. I don't know. That's just me being an old curmudgeon with CC. No.
Hey, Jason.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
That's okay.
I thought I was going to get shit for putting Want Some, Need Some on there. Good to hear another representation.
That's such a good tune. Like,
that's a solid tune.
You take the mid 86, 87 production out of that, like Cat Dragged In, Want Some, Need Some, Let Me Go to the Show, like that. There's no reason if that was a remix. That's a hard record, man.
You bet it is.
Well, with 4 chicks we want to bang on the cover.
Yeah, that's right.
Jay was telling me that he beat off to the cover of that album for like a year until he found out they were guys, and then for another 3 months after that. But yeah, that's and I mean they took like 12 days to record that album. It cost $23,000. So for it to be that good of quality for that short a time, I mean, imagine if they had a $300,000 budget and 2 months to sit and tweak and tinker. Maybe that would have fucked it up.
Yeah, I think it would have.
It might have fucked
the rawness I identified with, because I think you take here's 4 pretty women, but then it's just a raw, shitty production record. Gave it what's the word I'm looking for? Gave it some nuts, right?
Authenticity as well.
I was gonna say character.
Character. Ooh, deep.
You gave it some nuts. I'm gonna say
one thing you can't take away from a debut record from a band, you can't replicate that hunger, that one.
You're right.
No matter how hard you try, that's what makes debut albums, especially in the 80s, so fucking phenomenal.
Yeah,
you're 100%
agree.
And remember, CC was the hot one on at least the first album.
Oh, Ricky! I'm a Ricky guy. Ricky for me.
What?
Because Ricky looks.
What
Look
CC
at
had
it.
going for
Wait,
him
I'm gonna bow out of this.
is
Yeah, I'm not.
pink hair. That
Go
remember
ahead.
that
You
MTV
guys go
thing?
right ahead.
Look at how filthy that chick can be. Come on.
Ricky did have the biggest lips of the bunch.
I'm just saying.
So if you're a lip guy, you wanted Ricky. All right.
You're
My
upsetting
number-
the baby. Stop this conversation.
All right, shut the fuck up. Let's get going. My number 6 is I'm going. So I had Life Loves a Tragedy finished off. So I kind of had 3 in a row. I had Love on the Rocks, Life Loves a Tragedy, and that goes into So Tell Me Why. But I think, like Brian said, you're at the beginning of the concert. You're not going to lose anybody. Everybody's jacked. You know, they probably sniffed a little glue in the parking lot before they came in. So, and I mean, that is one of my favorite fucking songs. It should have been dramatically better. Okay, you've had 6 songs. Now it's time to slow it down a little bit. I go to Something to Believe in. Brian goes and takes a piss. I cry a little bit into my handkerchief. And then I think it's still slow. So this is not my favorite ballad, but I feel like you need to play I Won't Forget You. It was a single. It gives Bret the time to say to the audience, thanks for being with us for 40 years. We won't forget you, blah, blah, blah. So you got to have that. Then it's already been said, but you give CC his time with I Hate Every Bone in Your Body But Mine, which has to go down as one of the greatest song titles of all time. And I did see him play that. It was on the Power to the People album, which didn't sell shit. But even when they played that live, even though a lot of people didn't know it, you could tell after the first chorus, people were like, what the fuck? And they were like loving it. So, man, it would have been nice to see if that could have like gotten some radio play or something. Anyway, great song. And then to finish it off, one of my favorite songs, a song you have to play. It's Fallen Angel, because you got to get this, get kind of the serious stuff out of the way now before you finish off with the big party anthems, which I'll get to here shortly. So Fallen Angel finishes off song number 10. And with that, Jay, song 6 through 10, what do you got?
You're gonna appreciate this, Guru. I think with song 6, you need to slow stuff down. Yet again, while Brian's off grabbing a beer, get me one too while you're there. I'll be hanging around with Guru, listening to Something to Believe in.
Crying on each other's shoulders.
And wiping my nose when I need it.
After that, I'm a fan, just like Jason, of what Motley did with the medley type stuff. So number 7, I have a medley of Good Love and Love on the Rocks. Interesting, but they do fit together.
Yeah.
No offense, but Good Love is one of my least favorite. It's that bluesy shit. Oh, I hate that song. No offense.
Stop being a Debbie Downer and let him finish his list, asshole.
Fuck up.
Number 8. Nobody's mentioned this song yet. Don't Give Up an Inch. I love that song. It doesn't get any respect from anybody. I don't think I've ever heard another person mention the song. Number 9, another medley yet again. Ballads this time. Life Goes On, and Only Time Will Tell.
Oh, wow.
And then number 10, cap off this little 5 songs with Cry Tough. Just because the same reason, it has to be there for a single, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Hey, Guru.
Yeah.
You haven't given up an inch to a female in a while, have you?
I haven't given up. No, that's right. Not 1 inch, not 2 inches, not all the way up to the. Anyway, all right. Let's not talk about that anymore.
Damn.
God, that was beautiful. I mean,
Wow.
that is
Wow,
awesome.
yes.
That's a hat tip.
Hey, for all you
I
single
salute
ladies
you.
watching this channel, I am single. I'm young, virile, and disease free. Okay.
Yeah, but you hang around with us, so
Right.
I mean,
That's right.
Good
there's
point.
always that.
Okay. All right. Everybody got through round 2, right? Now we're
Yep.
going to start off with Jason, and I'll go last this round. So we'll go Jason, Jay, Jeremy, and Brian. Jason, what do you got to finish us off?
All right, the final five. I want to do an honorable mention that this will never get played live. Nobody ever talks about it. But another
Okay,
one,
Ryan, add some more to the list.
absolute favorite. It's not in, but I'll get to it in a minute. But I was just listening, like while I was preparing this, listening to a lot of Poison. I fucking love Tragically Unhip.
I like that
I
album.
don't think it's a bad song.
Like I got to roll out of bed. I'm like a tribute to the dead. I got a poster, a kiss on my wall. I still curse, smoke,
What album is
drink,
that
and
off
toke.
of?
Crack a Smile.
Crack a Smile, that's right. Okay.
Like
sorry.
it's just there's those songs that they resonate with you because we're old bastards now, right? Like it's that piece like Just Older by Bon Jovi, right? It's just whatever. I just love Tragically Unhip. Anyway, back to this. So round 3, we're bringing it home. We just finished Want Some, Need Some, and the crowd's going mental, and I'm crying like a little bitch because I love that song so much. You're going to roll right into Fallen Angel because you got to play the hits, right? And then there's going to be a break there because I did the same thing. It's I Won't Forget You because just like Anthony said, thanks for coming 20, 40 fucking years, blah, 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 blah. We won't forget you. They'll do that. And then they close out the show with Talk Dirty to Me. Now, I know I'm too short because there's the everything that we all fucking hate now that we're old, where we have to stand around and poison, poison, poison. Ugh, I'm so over encores, like whatever. But the encore is Look What the Cat Dragged In, and then we end the show with Nothing But a Good Time.
Okay.
Confetti, See You Later, and then Bret goes on 10 more years of solo tours.
That's right. That's right. Leaving the rest of the guys to fucking start up. Like, what's Ricky's new side project?
Rocket Mafia,
because Bret doesn't want him to be able to make any money. So
that's right.
Gonna be.
I don't think they have a problem with money.
No, they own their publishing. They have from day one. Yeah. They're fine.
I'm sure, but
CC probably sold all his for heroin.
You could tell that Ricky was disappointed that they weren't going on tour.
100%.
So,
I kind of would be too.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right, Jay, what do you got? How are you going to finish off this concert?
Well, to start with, I'm going to say no bullshit encore. We're blasting all the way through this motherfucker.
Okay.
I
hate the waiting around stuff. We're going to kick it off with Want Some, Need Some. Great song. Already mentioned. Talk Dirty to Me comes up next. Overplayed as shit, but it's a hit. They've got to play it. Great time to go grab another beer, Brian, and another one for me too. Thank you. Because up next, Every Rose Has Its Thorn. Get one last little chance for. Yeah, I see. Guru, are you crying, or are you just that happy someone mentioned the song?
No, it's got something in my eyes. Shut up.
Sure, we'll go with that. Fallen Angel, coming in at number 14. Last but not least, Nothing But a Good Time. Great song to end a set on. Did have a few honorable mentions. Life Loves a Tragedy, Let It Play, and So Tell Me Why. I mean, if they were able to do a longer period of time without CC needing a line of coke, I mean, that would be, that'd be the 3 others I'd throw in.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Jeremy, what do you got?
All right. We got the ballads out of the way in the second list there. Ended it with Want Some, Need Some. We're going to keep on rocking. Look What the Cat Dragged In. Got to have that. Everyone said it already. There's no question. Talk Dirty to Me. Doesn't need any explanation. Unskinny Bop. Just keep people up, keep them rolling. Then I'm going to throw one in that I haven't heard yet. I'm actually surprised. I thought a few of us might have had this. I'm a big fan of the tune Flesh and Blood. So I'm going to throw that one in second to last. Yeah, I like that tune. I'm gonna get that.
One of my favorite songs by them.
Nice. Yeah, I'm going to get that one in there right before we end it with our absolute last song because we did have Nothing But a Good Time. Of course, there's where the song's going to be. Everybody's going to go out thinking they're the best band ever because, let's be honest, they are one of the best live bands we've ever seen. And they take a page right out of Kiss. So everybody just had a good time, and off we go.
All right. And then we got Brian, and then I'll finish it up. Brian, what do you got?
All right, so after Every Rose Has Its Thorn, a little acoustic ending, you hear bat bat bat, and it goes right into So Tell Me Why, one of my favorite Poison songs. From there, you go into Fallen Angel, that's got to be on the list. And then Talk Dirty to Me to end the show because you need the big hit to close it out. We have the encore, of course, and it starts off with the bass line, Unskinny Bop, to get things going again. And then you close out. Obviously, everyone's going to close out with the same song, Nothing But a Good Time. And because we're all old fucks, you get 2 songs done, go home. Hopefully the show starts at 4:30, ends around 6:45, and I'll go to bed at a decent hour.
It's so embarrassing. Getting old sucks.
It totally does.
It does.
All right.
It's better than being dead, though.
That's right. That's right. Okay. Because we can only have 15 songs, and I love the song Let It Play. This is not my song number 11. But if you remember, they have that a cappella intro. When I hear and then it goes into the song. So I'm going to have them do that a cappella intro because I feel like get all the band together, come out and do this, even if it sounds like shit, and Bret even kind of says that at the end of it. He's like something like that. But you're not going into Let It Play. You're going from there into Ride the Wind. And I remember I told Ryan when we did our top 10 Poison songs, I was like, fuck, I wish I would have had that. But now we got 15, so I can put Ride the Wind in. It's that open road song. It's about Sturgis. It's about loyalty, bringing people together. So that's a great song. Then a lot of people have said, I didn't know if many people would put this in, but the first single the band ever released, Cry Tough. It's got those uplifting lyrics about never quitting. I love that song. I thought it should have been a bigger hit. It wasn't. It wasn't until Talk Dirty to Me that album blew up. Okay, so now we're at the intro. We've got 12 songs done. And yeah, I don't care for an encore, but they're going to do an encore. So I figure after everybody leaves and we all shout Poison, then Bret comes out with his acoustic guitar, talks a little bit. First and only number 1 single from the band, goes into Every Rose. The rest of the band comes out when the instrumental shit starts. They finish that song, one of my favorite songs. I cry like a little bitch. Jay stands beside me with a tissue paper asking me if it's okay. And then
I laugh and point.
Huh?
I laugh and point.
Well, you laugh and point. Good point. And then from there, I go into Talk Dirty to Me, the song that broke the band. Because a lot people didn't think this thing was going to be a hit. There was no money put into it. People didn't look like that in '86. And then Talk Dirty to Me becomes the song of the summer. And holy shit, that album goes triple platinum. So you have to include it. And then I'm sure, everybody ended with Nothing But a Good Time. Probably the hair metal party anthem of the 80s. And Bret Michaels has always said his favorite song, bar none, to play live. Play that. And then we all go home, take a Midol, and go to bed. So with that, and Jay already kind of did it. Was there if anybody has any songs that you're like, shit, I wish I could have put this in, but I didn't, we can do that. Jeremy, did you have any honorable mentions that you want to? And if you don't, no worries.
No, well, god darn, I didn't know we were doing any of those.
No, that's okay. No, that's okay.
If I did though, Guru, I really wanted to put a song from Crack a Smile on there. It's god darn, what's the name of it though? My Baby Gets Around a Bit. I love that tune.
Great song.
Yeah, I actually like that.
Saraceno was fucking great guitar player.
Yeah, absolutely. I enjoyed that whole album. And that would be one of my honorable mentions. So I'll keep it short and sweet. That would be probably the one I'd throw in there.
I would have put in Look But You Can't Touch. I would have put Flesh and Blood, Sacrifice, and then if I would have put a full song from Native Tongue, I probably would have gone with Until You Suffer Some Fire and Ice. It was a single. It was a pretty good ballad, so didn't make the list. And Jason, was there anything that you else Anything else that you?
Well, I mentioned Tragically Unhip because I was hoping we get some Crack a Smile Out, because I remember getting the bootleg CD from a bartender at the Cat's Lounge in Minot, and I thought that's too bad this got shelved. Yeah. And right after Tragically Unhip, I love Doing As I See on My TV. I mean, I don't know, just rips. Like that blues, just such a guitar player. I mean, he's no CC. CC's an original, but I thought that blues was right for the Poison sound where Richie wasn't, right? So
okay.
Well, which touches on something. You guys mentioned, a little bit of stuff off of Native Tongue. The only reason I didn't look at that was
because it sucks.
I think he would do anything Richie did. Did you guys ever see them with Richie live or see that 7 Days Live DVD?
I have it right here behind me.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about. Richie didn't even attempt playing CC shit, which was kind of a letdown in a way to me. I wouldn't want to see the same thing in reverse, because Native Tongue is a great CD, but it's certainly not CC DeVille.
No.
Wise on guitar.
Yeah.
My first Poison concert was 93, the Native Tongue tour with Richie. It was supposed to be Open Up and Say Ah, but there was a storm in Fargo, so my mom wouldn't let me go because I lived like 40 miles from Fargo. And I was supposed to drive in. So
that's where you should have played. Let me go to the show.
Fuck, I was like, Mom, damn it, I'm 16 years old. I'm practically an adult. And then you look back and you're like, yeah, I didn't know shit. Okay. Okay, we finished that up. 15 songs. I hope.
Did you finish Ryan's list?
Oh, fuck.
No.
Poor Ryan. Should have shown up.
Well, Ryan, way to go. You fucked that one up. Okay. Yeah. I don't think I did. So, okay, after the
first his first five.
After the first five, you had Flesh and Blood.
Who should be fucking hosting this show? Go ahead.
Fuck up. So Tell Me Why, Something to Believe In, I Won't Forget You, Unskinny Bop, Look But You Can't Touch, Fallen Angel. And then his first encore, Ride the Wind and Every Rose. And his second encore, Talk Dirty to Me and Nothing But a Good Time. So with that, we finished up Poisons. Hopefully they go out on their 40th anniversary of Look What the Cat Dragged In and tour. And hopefully they'll come around so some of us can go. I'm sure they'll come close to Brian. They'll probably come to Winnipeg because everybody likes Winnipeg. And then Jay, me, and Jeremy, who live in Iowa and North Dakota, will probably get fucked as usual.
Yep.
Fuck it. I'll go to Minneapolis. I'll go to Sioux Falls. I don't give a shit.
They usually come to Minneapolis, so I could probably make that. All right. We made it to the end. Hey, those of you, if you're still here, go into the comments and tell us what your Poison set list would look like for the 40th anniversary. Tell us what songs we messed up on. Tell us where you agree. And while you're at it, like, subscribe, what the hell, ring the bell if you want to get notifications. You also have the opportunity to become a member. Whatever you can do to support the channel, I just appreciate you being here. Till the next video comes out, my name is Anthony. They call me the Guru. Take care.